Hi, welcome to Tech Talks, the People and Planet podcast. On this episode, I'm joined by Dr. Hisham Safadi, the CEO of health tech business Udenz. Hisham, hi, nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm fine, Lee. How are you?
Really good, thanks. Thank you for joining us.
Okay.
All the way from Dubai today. You guys are based in the UAE, obviously, and you cover EMEA at the moment. Tell us a little bit more about Udenz and the problem that you're trying to solve with the mission, and of course the inspiration behind that as well.
Thanks, Lee, and thanks for having us on this podcast. So yes, Udenz is a dental platform, and we are based in Dubai. Originally, Udenz was built to solve the problem of dental appointments. Once people are going and visiting the dentist, sometimes they are having to wait long in a queue. But by the days, we find that this problem is not the main problem, which is dental practices and the patients are facing. The main problems was something different. For dentists, it was having more patients and more inflow to their clinics. For patients, it's the affordability of dental treatment. In Dubai and in MENA region, there's a different healthcare system, different than the UK, different than the US, where dental treatment is not 100% covered by your insurance or by your national plan. So you have to pay for that. So Udenz came in, and the idea is to solve those two main problems, to promote for affordable dental treatments and to help practices to have a good, quite number of patients.
Yeah, interesting. And I think it's the whole dental problem, I don't think is just specific to EMEA. We have it in the UK. Also, you've spent some time in the UK yourself. You know what it's like. It's difficult to find a dentist to start with. So I think this is a great product. Talk us a little bit more about the product itself then, Hisham. How does it work?
Sorry?
I was just saying that tell us a little bit more about the product itself. How does that work? And what's the technology behind the scenes that's driving that?
So Udenz is an online platform that you can use it through your computer or your mobile application. It's a mobile application, so you can use it on your smartphone. So what Udenz help you is that once you are looking for a dentist, you will find the list of dentists in your area in a radius of 10 kilometers. The more you move in and going out of the city, you will find the next 10 kilometers dentist available on the map. What we do is we verify the onboarding dentists, so we are in contact with them. So we verify them, then we onboard them on our platform. And all our services for patients is free of cost. So you can find the dentist, you can book an appointment. But our booking appointment system, which we build it is not that kind of that you need to connect with the CRM of the clinic or you need to connect with the EPR system of the clinics. No, it's based on a shout system, which we build it on a geolocation using an API from Google. And it will allow that the push a notification into the dentist app or dentist web app saying that, hey, listen, Lee is looking for a dentist. Are you willing to take him in or not? So in a very simple way that we make this is more engaging instead of just sending the request and waiting for the people to look into it. No, it's giving a direct notification. And as you know, Lee, the patient in dental field is not the patient who's looking always to go and visit the dentist. It takes time, right? So you don't go every day to do a filling. You don't go every day to do an endo treatment or a prosto treatment or a perio treatment. You will go for 2 cases unless it's an emergency and you have a really dental pain, or you are looking for a specific dentist who's specialized in a certain dental treatments like ortho, cosmetic, veneers, or surgery. So this type where our Udenz as a platform is helping more with this solution. Going back to your question, what language? Udenz had evolved during the past 6 years. So starting from using a PHP, today we depend on a Lavrage, we depend on PHP node languages, we depend on building a full API from scratch, we depend on integrating machine learnings from Amazon, we depend on the node and JSON structures, which we build with with it in Udens. That's what currently languages we are using. So we had integrated multifunctional languages that can communicate to each other, can talk to each other, and make it a smooth experience for dentists and for the patient.
Yeah, really interesting. And I was taking a look online as well, and there was one thing that particularly interested me, Udenz Green. Can you give us our listeners an overview of that one as well?
Thanks for bringing this. This is the baby which I love more in Udens, actually. Udenz Green it's a movement. Most of the people do not know that the dental practices actually, they have a carbon footprint. So once you go to visit a dentist and you are doing a simple tooth filling, by the way, that's impacting our environment by the dentist using the drilling machine, and the drilling machine is consuming electricity, consuming water, and the suctioning also to treat those waters is part of the environmental impact. Using the fillings, either a composite or amalgam, and the way we deal with the waste after the dental filling is also impacting the environment.
Yeah.
So Udenz Green is a movement that Udenz is pushing, where we are asking all dental clinics to go through an online assessment that will measure for them how they are friendly to the environment. So once you go through the assessment, a rank will be coming up and will say, listen, your procedure or your policies or is ranked high, you are good and you are friendly environment, and you will get a certificate for that. Or it is low, and from our side, will be start to help him in doing that enhancements.
Wow, interesting. And so relevant to this podcast. You guys are solving problems with the environment, financial problems, and also healthcare problems as well. So yeah, fantastic. So you guys you set up in 2016, I think.
Right.
You know what it's like. It's never plain sailing. What bumps have you had along the way? How have you navigated those, and what lessons have you learned?
By the way, my introduction to the entrepreneurship was started in Manchester. I have to give the credit there. Yeah, I'm graduated as a master science degree from Salford University, and the guys there, they had been the first to introduce me to the entrepreneurship ecosystem. I came as a normal dentist with a background in business management, but driving into the entrepreneurship, it's really something new was for me. I learned it there. I went into competition. The first startup bootcamp I have was at Salford University. The first education which I get for entrepreneurship was at Metropolitan Manchester University. And really having an education and taking through this activities or the journey of an entrepreneur or a journey of a startup, you need to learn certain things. It's not only about your skills or your positions or your fund. It needs certain skills, right? So taking from there, that's the one which where everything started. Coming back when I relocate back in Dubai, the atmosphere of doing the business or atmosphere of startups in the MENA region at that time, it was really booming and it's really supportive, and that what helped us to build Udenz and to promote it very well. And after this type of this span of year within Udenz, I think I will always advise any startup or any entrepreneur to adapt a common startup strategy. Not to go very fast, not to run behind the growth, not to run behind the fund. No, you have to build something which can really be sustained and it have an organic growth. That will get you the better and best results as an entrepreneur or as a startup to sustain and really be a business in the future.
Interesting. Thanks for sharing that. I'm sure, we do get a lot of budding entrepreneurs that listen to this show and also fellow founders as well. So I'm sure, we always think that, sort of cross paths experience sharing is really relevant. So thank you. Hisham, lastly, what's the plans next? What exciting things can you share with us?
It's all excitement actually. What we are really looking next is to put all of these services in the hand of the people to use it and empower it, and to build the awareness about what we are doing in a very large scale. The fund which we had raised, it will help us actually to reach our targets. And recently we have been invited to test the European market to see how we can be there.
Yeah.
And that's the first to be shared. And we are looking to more talents to be joining us, because this, as a plan which we have, it will require more talents, but we need to be really, let's say, patients and the people which will be joining and sharing our vision. And lastly, we will be issuing our own NFT that will be a cross-border NFT for dental services through the MENA region.
Wow, fantastic. Exciting times for sure. Dr. Hisham, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thanks.
It's been really, really enlightening to understand your perspective on things like this as well, and share your insights on how, you know, you've started and where things are going. So thanks again. Guys, this has been the Tech Talks, the People and Planet podcast. Stay tuned for more. Thanks very much.